We've all been watching our favorite show, and all of a sudden the commercial comes on for the Medicare program or the Medicare product for that particular day, and we shake our heads and we don't understand it. I just wanted to say a couple words about Medicare, and as you turn 65 and you become eligible for Medicare, what is this all about? There's traditional Medicare really is the one thing that used to only be out there. There were no other programs. All of a sudden the traditional Medicare gets augmented or gets supplemented, or riding by the side of it are these advantage programs that they call. What an advantage program is rather than traditional Medicare, where you kind of bill the federal government, or the provider bills the federal government as the situation dictates, where they go into the hospital or they go into the nursing home and they need services. It's called a pay-for-service model, where as you use the service, it gets billed to Medicare. The advantage model comes from a different place, where the provider of Medicare services, be it Blue Cross and Blue Shield, be it Fidelity, be it other names that you heard, get a daily rate for the person who's involved in that program. So it's not really driven by the use of services, it's driven by what they call a per diem, or a daily rate that's paid to the Medicare provider. The Medicare provider is then responsible for every situation, every visit, every hospitalization that that person who's in the Advantage program might require. So these Advantage plans, these insurance companies try to incent folks to come over from your traditional Medicare to their product. They offer gym memberships, some offer dental coverage, some offer eyesight and that type of coverage. As you can see, that might be very valuable for somebody who's younger, somebody who's just 65 or just coming into the program, who's younger and probably doesn't anticipate needing hospital care, skilled nursing care, intense services that are very expensive. It's not till you need that kind of thing where you recognize the difference between your traditional fee-for-service Medicare and this Advantage product. What happens in a fee-for-service model is your physician, the provider of services, the therapist, those are the people that really determine whether the Medicare coverage will continue in your case. In the insurance model, it isn't your physician, it isn't the physical therapist, it isn't that medical professional who determines whether coverage continues. It's the person who works the subscriber desk and asks the medical institution for paperwork that would clarify whether your coverage is continued under that insurance product. And what we see in the nursing home is a lot of times where traditional Medicare would continue to cover, these third-party payers, the Advantage plans, decide that they don't want to cover anymore and cut off the person where they otherwise, under a traditional product, would continue to get coverage, but under this Advantage plan or third-party payer, the medical director at that institution has decided that you can go home, you've had enough service, and you'll be okay leaving the institution and going back to your regular life. You might not agree with that, but that's the determination they make, and a lot of times that's what you're stuck with. So when you're approaching the age of Medicare and you're looking forward to switching over, make sure you take a look at the traditional line of Medicare versus the insurance route, the Advantage programs, the third-party payers. Make sure you understand those programs and you know what you're getting into. You'll understand the program, you'll know what you can get, and you won't have unpleasant surprises, and you'll be happy with your Medicare choice.